Darrell J. Pedersen reads to the residents at Pine View Apartments in Carlton, his mother-in-law, Dorothy McCorrison, among them. Pedersen calls his monthly readings payback for the high quality of care afforded to his relatives.
I no longer have a fish house. In 1998, I enjoyed one that was a surprise gift from my wife, purchased at the end of the previous ice fishing season. Jennifer had saved her hard-earned allowance to buy it from a neighbor just down the block. We were poor, didn't have much money, but we got a little money each month that we could use for whatever we wanted herself. She saved hers, okay. She got it for our son John and me. Her sacrifice meant a lot to me. I waste my allowance on pop, junk food, and eating out. The day Jennifer announced that this was now our fish house, we used our car to triumphantly pull it down the street to our home. It was very old and built of heavy corrugated steel, 5 by 9 feet, painted blue, with one door and 2 small windows. We were proud to have it. Once in the front yard, we thoroughly familiarized ourselves with it and dreamt of fishing days ahead. Welcome. Yeah. Upon my wife's insistence, the fish house eventually was pulled to the backyard down by the lake, where it served as storage shed for the balance of the summer and fall. When winter arrived with a blast of here-to-stay finality, it was time to put our treasure out on the ice. So John and I rounded up a couple of friends to help. Their earlier promised four-wheeler was now out of commission, so we proceeded to push and pull it out on the ice by hand. The fish house only had two 2-by-8-inch planks, standing on edge and angle at the end used as skis. So we're pushing planks across the ground and through the snow and so on, okay. Friends' parting words were, "You'd better block this thing up so it doesn't freeze in too hard." Yeah, I will for sure, but I didn't. I guess I forgot. John and I drilled a practice hole with my rummage sale hand auger. We were so winded after drilling through 8 inches of ice that I went to Fleet Farm and bought a power auger for $185. The first night we went fishing, we have to be off the lake by the end of the month. I spent more time out there in February than during all the rest of the winter put together, trying to get the house out of the ice. I refused offers of help. Perhaps it was pride or not wanting to burden anyone with a predicament that I'd created myself. The first Monday, my usual pastor's day off, I broke my axe chipping ice. Before the next Monday, I went to Ace Hardware and purchased 2 new ice chisels, one lightweight, one heavy duty, $45. And more propane, $15 for the fish house stove. Standing out on the lake, clear blue sky, I wondered how many bored retired folks around the lake had their binoculars trained on this hapless fellow. You know what I'm talking about, Sylvie, don't you? I went to work to free my fish house. Chipping away ice from the first 3 sides was easy. The 4th side was a different story. Spotting a pile of weeds heaped by the end of the house, I assumed that they were the ones John had thrown out in early December. As I chipped ice, the water gushed up from under the house, quickly flooding the other 3 side trenches. The water was now higher up on the fish house than the ice had been before I started. I discovered a muskrat hole extending down under the end of our fish house. Rick had kept it open and filled with weeds all winter long.